When Grease hit theaters in 1978, it wasn't just a musical, it was a cultural explosion. With John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John leading the charge, the film made nearly $400 million worldwide. Its catchy songs, energetic dances, and 50s high school vibes instantly connected with fans. But behind the glitter, Grease sparked controversy. Some saw it as bold and groundbreaking. Others thought it pushed too far. Was it innocent fun, or a provocative look ahead of its time? Let's dive into why Grease remains one of pop culture's most debated hits. Adapted from the 1972 stage musical, Grease marked director Randall Kleiser's feature debut. It followed the summer romance between bad boy greaser Danny and sweet newcomer Sandy, blending teen drama with show-stopping music. The movie became an instant sensation, with audiences celebrating its nostalgic yet fresh take on youth. The soundtrack was a major part of the magic. Songs like You're the One That I Want and Hopelessly Devoted to You became radio staples. Newton-John's ballad earned an Oscar nod, and the film received multiple Golden Globe nominations, proving it had both fan love and industry respect. In 2020, Grease was added to the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Sequels and reboots followed, from Grease 2 to Rise of the Pink Ladies, but none matched the original's magic. Still, they proved the story's lasting appeal. The heart of Grease was its cast. Travolta's Danny had charm and swagger. Newton-John's Sandy brought innocence and strength. The T-Birds and Pink Ladies, especially Stockard Channing's edgy Rizzo and Didi Conn's lovable Frenchie, brought the school to life with humor and attitude. Kleiser made key changes from the stage version, moving the setting from gritty Chicago to a dreamier suburban high school. And when the original theme song was replaced last minute by one written by Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees, it became iconic, a risk that paid off. When it opened, Grease became a box office juggernaut. Fans packed theaters, many returning for repeat viewings. It was re-released multiple times, including for its 20th and 40th anniversaries, and even after Olivia Newton-John's death in 2022, theaters brought it back as a tribute. Decades later, the film still draws crowds. Yet, Grease wasn't universally praised. While fans adored it, critics were split. Some, like Vincent Canby, called it terrific fun. Gene Siskel praised Travolta's performance and the musical numbers. Variety lauded the choreography and chemistry. Others weren't impressed. Critics from the LA Times, Washington Post, and Newsweek found it tasteless or flat, though even they admitted Travolta was magnetic. In the end, Grease became more than a movie. It's a legacy of music, style, rebellion, and youth. A film that refuses to be forgotten. In the end, it wasn't critics who kept Grease alive. It was the audiences. Over the years, the film's legacy grew stronger, and even critics started to take a second look. In 1998, Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4 stars, calling it upbeat and entertaining, if a little plastic. For him, Travolta's Elvis-inspired charm stole the show. By 2018, opinions had shifted even more. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian gave it 5 stars, calling it a sugar rush of a film. Fans stood firm too. In 2004, Channel 4 named Grease the greatest musical ever made, and Entertainment Weekly ranked it among the top high school films of all time. But as time passed, fresh debates emerged. People began re-examining its themes through a modern lens. Some called its messages outdated or problematic. Critics like Bryn Gelbart and Kristen Baldwin argued the film hadn't aged well, while others, like Katie Hall, said it was both flawed and ahead of its time. Still, voices like Joe Hildebrand defended the movie, saying its characters were flawed because they felt real. When the BBC re-aired Grease in 2020, complaints poured in, but Olivia Newton-John responded simply, "It's a fun movie, not meant to be taken so seriously." These debates prove Grease is no longer just a nostalgic film. It's a cultural conversation piece, raising questions about gender, values, and how we view entertainment across generations. While the world debated its meaning, fans uncovered fun facts that kept the film fresh. So Surprisingly, only summer nights came from the original stage show. Hits like "You're the One That I Want" and "Hopelessly Devoted to You" were written just for the movie. Later versions of the stage musical added them due to their popularity. Some original songs, like those Magic Changes and "Freddie My Love," were cut from the spotlight and used only in the background. It wasn't until Grease Live 2016 that they returned to center stage. The film also made big changes, moving the setting from Chicago to sunny California, turning Sandy Dombrowski into the Aussie Sandy Olsen, and renaming the Burger Palace Boys to the T-Birds. Even the cast had surprises. Future Terminator star Michael Biehn made his debut with a blink and you'll miss it appearance, and the sleepover scene took a spooky turn. Stockard Channing sang about Elvis on the same day he died, August 16, 1977. Chilling coincidence? Maybe. John Travolta famously stole the song "Greased Lightning" from Jeff Conaway's character in the film version. Meanwhile, Olivia Newton-John's iconic final outfit? Those tight black pants were vintage, and so snug they had to sew her into them. Henry Winkler almost played Danny Zuko, but turned it down, fearing he'd be typecast as the Fonz. And if you've spotted a blurry Coca-Cola poster in the diner scene, that's no accident. Paramount had a Pepsi deal and had to hide it. The blur is still hilariously obvious. One of the funniest truths about Grease: its high schoolers were mostly adults. Travolta was 23, Newton-John was 29, and Stockard Channing was 33. Only Lorenzo Lamas, Tom, was a real teen, and he didn't even have lines. Despite that, fans didn't care. The energy was infectious, and the performances were unforgettable. Most shocking of all, the film had a modest budget, just a few $1,000,000, yet it earned over $700 million in today's money. That puts it ahead of many modern superhero blockbusters. Grease wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon. A film about summer love, teen rebellion, and catchy tunes that became a worldwide obsession. Grease has been a beloved classic for decades, but recent debates have spotlighted its problematic aspects. When the BBC aired it in 2020, social media criticized scenes and lyrics, like the troubling line, "Did she put up a fight?" from Summer Nights, moments of casual harassment, lack of diversity, and the idea that women should change to please men. Some called it outdated and harmful, while others defended it as a nostalgic reflection of its time. The film mixes charm with uncomfortable moments, highlighting teen struggles through characters like Sandy and Rizzo. Sandy's transformation divides opinions, with some seeing it as fun and empowering, others as problematic. Despite flaws, Grease endures because of its contradictions. It's campy yet sincere, cringe-worthy yet emotionally real. Whether you see it as a feel-good classic or a relic needing reconsideration, Grease continues to spark conversation. What do you think? Celebrate or critique? Share your thoughts below. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon.